Bagfuel, baby.
So you know, you was one of the first ones that I
ever
mean,
interviewed.
that interview. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you already
y'all
know.
wasn't even thinking about him. I had him on live
That's a fact.
during COVID.
He told a lot of dope stories.
Yeah.
Lenny, man. How do we start this? Because you told your story, so we're not gonna redo your story here.
For sure.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Esso and yourself had played basketball at a high level, and one thing Esso told me, just because you're nice, that doesn't mean you're gonna make the NBA.
For sure.
And that acted with me. He's like, it's deeper than just being ranked nice. They can keep you out the league. How they keep players out the league, even though they're nice?
I mean, my situation is different. You know what
No, I know,
because
but
I feel like I kept myself out the league. You
no,
know what
we
I'm
understand
saying?
that. But
at
now
the same time, it's like it's only a certain amount of spots. You know what I mean? And it's a billion kids fighting for one of them spots in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the fact that they not talented enough to play on that level, but it's a business as well. It's who marketing you, who managing you, who's your agent, who's gonna shop you. You know what I mean? So all of those things play a factor.
Yeah, if you mess with Nike, if you on the Nike circuit,
Nike,
if you on the
Adidas,
Adidas circuit,
you know
certain
what I'm saying?
colleges mess with Nike, certain colleges mess with Adidas. You know what I'm saying?
For
So it
sure.
all
So
depends.
all of that play a factor.
What should a kid do to make sure he gives himself a shot? Because he
I mean,
can be nice.
first off, they got to make sure they got the right surrounding, man, and then their parents got to understand the business aspect of the game. Had the right agents, had the right people marketing you, shopping you to these companies. You know what I mean? Because nowadays it's all about this NIL deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it got to be the right people in your corner at the end of the day.
How different would your life been if you was around for NIL?
Oh my God!
Because we seen what you was doing.
I mean, Bagfuel be following me around day to day, baby. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, if I had that opportunity back then, man, I would be very successful.
How do you feel when you see people like Jaylen Brown, 5 years, $307 million?
They're giving the bag away. They're giving the bag away, and that's why I tell these kids, like, it's up to y'all how bad y'all want it, man, because they just giving money away now. Giving it away.
Because sports is the biggest catalyst. If you look at college now, you got people like the Bayou Barbie making $7 million a year or something that they saying off the NIL deal.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got people like her that still seem like that they still starving to still play basketball.
I mean, she love the game that much. You know what I'm saying? They love the game. Some love the game, some love the money.
Yeah, some love the game, some love the money.
At the end of the day, it's the person.
Yeah, people always talk about why you didn't make the league and they tell a story, but I feel like, you know, I've known you know what I'm saying? I feel like in all the shows that you've done, people don't really know the real reason what happened. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows what they think that would happen, but you still would have had a chance to get a shot if you ain't had that car crash.
For sure.
You know
and that was a major piece that was missing in the documentary too. And that's why a lot of people don't know that part, because it wasn't in the documentary. But yeah, in 2003, in the ABA, after a game, me and my teammates went out to dinner, and after the dinner, we was in a bad car accident, which left me dead on arrival. They wanted to amputate my leg, you know what I mean? I got a metal rod from my hip to my ankle, and it put me in a wheelchair for a while, you know what I mean? And that's one of the major things that kind of, you know what I mean, fucked me up.
Yeah, because I feel like that you would have had more of a Steven Jackson style of story, Jimmy Butler style of story, because Steven Jackson was ranked high, McDonald's and all that, and then his shit took a turn and he didn't go straight to, I guess, where he was supposed to go and do what he was doing, so he had to take a different road to the league. I feel like that you was on path to do something like that.
Nah, I mean, like, Tiny Archibald was my coach at the time, and he was putting me in right positions, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had the teams looking at me after games or whatever, you know what I mean, coming to the practices and all that, you know what I'm saying? And he was trying to get me a 10-day contract, you know what I'm saying? And I played well. That was our first game of the season. And I played well. We got the W, you know what I mean? And then after the dinner, we was in that bad car accident, me and one of my teammates.
I mean, that's interesting because you said dead on arrival. And, you know, they judged you.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what's going to happen with Bronny?
I don't think so, man. He'll bounce back from that. He's young. he got the best doctors. You know what I mean? He got the right support system. I think he'd be fine.
If you were Bronny, all right, and your father's a billionaire, you come from money, you already got status, would you even risk it again?
Me personally, yes, I would, because I love the game that much. You know what I mean? And it's not about walking in my father's footsteps. It's just that I have that passion. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if it's something, a situation where, I mean, we know it's a 50-50 chance that it can happen again. But if you love the game that much, man, you're gonna get out there and play.
If it was your son?
If it was my son, I'd probably be like, "Yo, chill out. Look,
Exactly.
I'm
this is
being
coming from
honest.
you.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah,
Like, if it was
that's
my
what I
son,
want.
I mean, it's crazy because it was a situation where he's not my son. He's actually my twin's mom's son, but I raised him. You know what I mean? I was there for him since he was like 5 or 6. My little man Tamir, he was. I was in Miami last year, and he was in a basketball game, and he had an accident. Somebody bumped him in the air. He hit his head on the ground. You know what I mean? We had a concussion and all of that. And we was like, yo, you can't play. And he thought it was over, but his main sport was football. So we was like, yo, you're not playing football. You know what I mean? High schools wanted him for football, you know what I mean? But you can't take that head contact no more, you know what I'm saying? But he ended up bouncing back from it, you know what I mean? He back out there playing. So it's a similar situation.
Now, because of who his father is, they was going to project him as a first-round pick.
Sure.
What's going to be his path to the league if he decides now?
I mean,
is he going to go to G League?
It's going to be hard because at the end of the day, like we said earlier, it's a business. And a lot of people may not want to take that risk on that. You know what I'm saying? And waste money. You know what I'm saying? And he end up not being the person that he's supposed to have been physically.
Yes.
I don't think that they're going to draft him. I think that if he recovers, they're going to let him. He's going to be on the team, and he's going to work his way to league. They're going to watch his health.
For sure.
They're going to watch his health
You
crazy.
think it's going to be an undrafted?
Yeah, he's going to be an undrafted. To me, I wouldn't.
I could see that.
I wouldn't waste a pick. It's hard for me to say waste a pick. I wouldn't use my pick on somebody that has just had a health problem. Say because the season, because he didn't even play a college basketball season yet.
But that's what I was going to get at, because I feel like everybody's projecting him to be a first rounder this year, whatever.
17.
You know what I'm saying? This year.
Yes.
He still got 4 years of college. So why not play in college first? And then develop and see where your health goes.
They judge people for that.
And they bypass you now, Lenny, when you stay in college.
They do, but knowing the situation, I would sit back and see how my college career turned out first. I'm already a billionaire.
But I
agree.
But,
got my NIL deals.
But I've been saying that the whole time he's been playing ball.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm already a billionaire.
Yeah, like,
through my family, we got family money.
Yeah,
for real.
forever.
The Jameses is up there with the Joneses and the Combses, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have even taken that route from the first place, because I would not have wanted to be in my father's footsteps. With him being that great. Yeah. So that being what?
No, keep going. I'm gonna finish my point.
With that being said, he still crossed these lines. I wouldn't. If I'm gonna do this, right? I'm not gonna let him play in college. I want him to go undrafted to the pros, because that's where the best doctors. So if anything else ever occurs with my son, I want him to be in the hands of the best doctors. Then if he goes that route, we can really still monitor him on a professional level.
Yeah.
The college level monitoring isn't the same as the monitoring when you're in the league.
No, for sure.
So that's where I would
but at
push
the
him
end
to
of the
work
day,
on
he's
his-
going to have the best doctors anyway. His dad is LeBron James.
But not at the disposal of if something happens on the court in
When he's
college.
not around.
When he's not around.
That's true.
But
That's
here's the thing,
That's
right?
True.
And this is all assumption. This kid is named after LeBron James.
Okay.
His father's considered top 3 of all time. The kids grew up in that. He's always had the pressure of being in the league. Whereas the younger one, Bryce, nobody gave a fuck. He was short. He's been able to float across. And now you see everyone's saying his game better than that. Think about this. Your younger brother is getting more looks about the league than you.
Already.
And we, as men, we got egos, man. And he's thinking,
But I think, man,
Yeah.
I think personally,
I think
They got him. They got him in the straight and narrow when it come to that. Like he's tuned out with all of that. He didn't have social media until he was like a junior in high school, so he didn't have to feed into all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But Lenny, you lived that life. Even without social media,
Yeah.
you knew what the talk was. You knew what you had access to. Anybody of that, you lived the LaMelo Ball lifestyle.
Yeah.
You lived the Bronny lifestyle before the phones.
Yeah,
You
for
was
sure.
courtside at Madison Square Garden while you're a senior in high school.
For sure.
You wasn't able to tune that out.
But I didn't. I also didn't have that support system
didn't
that
have
kept me
he
on
didn't
that
have a
straight and narrow
foundation.
path either. You get
Lenny
what I'm
was
saying?
his own leader.
Yeah,
okay?
for sure.
That's true.
For sure.
Lenny was
That's
his
a fact.
own leader at 17, 18 years old. He was
Man
making
of-
his own decisions.
Yeah.
He was in the club with grown motherfuckers.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was doing what superstar athletes was doing. He didn't have anybody. And although Clue was right there, Clue,
No,
like
yeah,
I told
yeah.
y'all, is not the nigga that's gonna say, don't do this.
He lets you be who you are.
Nah,
He's gonna let you
yeah,
be
for
who you
sure.
are, and he's gonna support you.
Yeah,
You feel
for
what
sure,
I'm saying?
for sure.
So that type of thing, Bronny got his father, he got his mother who stays behind, he got his grandmother who's involved in
All
their
the time.
life. Then you got mentors like Rich Paul,
Rich Paul.
and
Chris Paul, too, there.
his
LaMelo, Carmelo.
Maverick,
yeah.
his whole world
Is-
is in depth
Yeah, for
with
sure.
what goes on with pro sports and the pros and cons and what's bad and what's not. So they know what's happening. They know what's going on. But yet and still, like I still say, I felt like it was a lot of pressure on this dude.
Yes.
I kept saying that even though LeBron's saying, I'ma play for 1 year with my son, we know that that's about money. We know that that's to get him in
for sure.
Yeah.
to the league. That's still pressure on this kid.
It is. It is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the part of the game that I felt like, I'm keeping
You had a big issue with that.
I love yes.
Yes.
I had a big issue with that. I love basketball. Basketball is my first love. Basketball is how I know everybody.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't know everybody from music and all that. So basketball is my first love. I went away from it. I still love to play it and all that. I was playing it because I loved it and I wanted to make a difference in my family's life financially.
Yeah.
If financially we was good, I probably would have taken my fucking scholarship to the D2 schools when they took my fucking scholarships away.
Yeah.
But I looked at it as, if I'm gonna go to a D2 school and be 5'10", I'm not gonna get the looks that I need. And back then, remember, going across seas wasn't popping. We didn't know.
Yeah.
You was looked at as whack.
That's a death sentence.
Until Lavelle Sanders, shout out to Vel. Vel went to Seton Hall, went across seas, and I saw Vel in the CLK with mad money. I'm like, where you get this money from, Vel? He's like, I'm playing ball across seas. And I was like, oh shit, I missed the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Lenny, you ever did overseas?
Yeah, I played overseas. I had a decent career overseas. I
played in
played
the
in the
Philippines.
Philippines, China, Kuwait, Brazil. I played in a couple countries.
What was it
you know
like?
what I mean? Well, the Philippines, I love it. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And
look
they
at
love,
you.
and they love me. You know what I mean? And they love me. You know what I mean? That's the best country.
Yeah, that's the
my
lifestyle.
favorite. That's my favorite country I played in. You know what I mean? Yeah, I loved it over there, man. Like even now, still to this day, like on Instagram, whatever, it's people that be hitting me from when I played over there. Like, yo, we miss you over here. You know what I mean? China, I'll never go back to China and play. That was
Why?
terrible. It was terrible. Like even down to the coaching staff and all of that. Like they was calling me niggas and all of that.
Really?
We're winning. You know what I mean? So I ended up championship game. I quit and I left.
You didn't finish the game?
Nah, I left.
Because of the racism?
Yeah. Yep.
How-
Kuwait was crazy.
Kuwait was
you know
crazy?
What I mean? You know what I mean?
Look,
Kuwait was crazy. You know what I mean? You know I'm a drinker. You know what I mean? There was no alcohol over there.
Alcohol in Kuwait?
No way. No way. It's a Muslim country.
What's the difference in the coaching for each of those players?
the coaching.
Coaching.
I mean, in the Philippines, they let me go. You know what I mean? China, it was like in the Philippines, there's only one import per team. China, we had like 2 or 3 imports per team. So it's like you get it when you can. You know what I mean? And me, I'm ball dominant, so pause. I made sure I was getting mine. But yeah, it's different. You know what I mean? You got different coaching styles. Some countries just let you play. Some countries want the imports to come over there and score 40 and 50 a game, no matter whether they winning or losing.
For tickets?
Just for the
for the
sales, you
excitement.
know what I mean? Yeah, so, I mean, it's different in each country.
How do they pay y'all? What do they give you the lump sum? Do they pay you half?
No, you get paid monthly. You get paid twice a month. Well, when I was in the Philippines,
First
we got
and
paid
15?
twice a month. You know what I mean? China, you get paid once a month. Kuwait, I got paid once a month. It depends on where you at.
Because niggas told me sometime they sign you to a contract and they pay you and then you just wake up one month and then they just stop paying you.
Yeah, it all depends on your performance, though. I seen guys come to the Philippines, play one game and get sent home the next day because they played bad. You know what I mean? They don't care.
They're not gonna honor the contract?
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You play
They
like
keep
shit, you
saying
out of here.
America is
It's not guaranteed like the league.
Hell no. If you play like shit, you out of here.
I got a real question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hip about the Saudi Arabia dude that I've been telling people about that basically bought golf? He tried to give the soccer dude $770 million
I was
for
reading
1
up
year.
on it. I ain't too.
I think he's gonna start a basketball league.
He do. That's gonna be crazy.
Do you think? Because people scared of him because you probably don't know he's a dangerous dude. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't really follow it.
That's
like
why
that,
the soccer dude didn't call him back and take the money.
Did he supposed to meet with him or something?
He was not going to meet with him.
Yeah,
So he offered him $770 million for 1 year, and he turned it down.
Yeah,
because he's a dangerous dude. Now, as a basketball player, knowing this dude is potentially a killer, mercenary, whatever that they claim for him to be, you still would take money and go ball in Saudi Arabia where this dude makes his own rules.
760, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all when I get back.
Peace out. Peace out.
I take my chances, baby. As long as that money is in the account, I'm gonna send that shit home. I deal with the shit when I get there.
To be honest, he should buy the big three and just go stupid.
Yo,
I was great bringing that up. Like,
what
Cube is doing a great job with the big three. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I don't know what the budget is and what those guys get paid, but to have a black commissioner and all of that, like a black owner, like that's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
He was talking about being blackballed.
He is, like they said, he was saying basically like the league is blackballing him, you know what I mean? Like trying to not let him get the big deals that he's supposed to have.
They're not letting him get in arenas, certain arenas
and all of that.
They're blocking him. Certain sponsors that want to fuck with him, they like, if you fuck with him, you can't fuck with us.
Yep.
It's a big deal. Because they...
The manifestation of that is amazing because it was just an idea he came up with in half a decade.
Yeah.
He's on CBS.
Yeah, that's big.
I mean, but Cube is a figure.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I'm saying? People are forgetting that Ice Cube is a major figure for decades, not just with rap. You know what I'm saying? He rapped. Then he wrote his own movies. He has a movie series, Friday, that is a cult following movie. It's been a big ass hit. Launched people's careers like Chris Rock and Faison Love. He had the what's the other dude?
Chris Tucker?
No,
not Chris
Mike
Tucker.
Mike Epps, the other dude, the Bang Bang dude. Pause.
Oh yeah.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon. So you gotta understand. Barbershop. He got barbershop.
Nicki was in it. Eve.
Yeah. So you got a dude that even if people are blackballing him, pause, he can still have power within the celebrities and the people that rock with him. That's how you can go on and still get the big three off. But they don't want the big three to become super duper successful because you know what you then got to do? You got to have other black people that own shit in the NBA now, right? Then you're going to give people the idea that other leagues can survive. Without going to the league.
NBA.
That's why I said if the Saudi Arabia dude just said, yo, big three, cool. No, we're going to start a whole league in Europe.
Yeah.
We're just going to rock out in
You know
Europe.
who he could sign? LeBron and Bronny.
Yup. Bron ain't going across
Hell
seas.
no.
What? When he's done.
No. Especially not no Saudi Arabia.
Let me tell you this. He just said it. He just said
He
it.
said, "Give me the check."
Give me the-
tweeted that.
Oh, I did see.
Hold on.
Draymond said his ink didn't dry on his contract.
Let me ask you this.
Come on, that's talk.
Let me ask you this. These guys are worth trillions, and not no low trillions, trillions. $1 billion is nothing. He could easily say, yo, Bron, I got $2 billion for you.
It still ain't gonna be. It's still
$2 billion.
Europe
for
is
half a year.
Europe is the eastern seaboard of the United States.
Yes.
It's not. He's not going to do it. That would, to me, diminish his whole shit. When AI went across seas and played, they was looking at him fucking crazy. That's why he came home fast. You're bugging.
That pulled it off.
And did what?
Stephon Marbury.
That's Marbury.
in China. They got a statue. They got a statue out there.
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out.
Steph pulled it off.
Time out.
Who else? You said?
Nah, I'm saying Steph
Time
pulled
out.
it
Steph
off.
pulled it off.
Time out. Y'all comparing Stephon Marbury's career to LeBron James?
No,
that's what we talking about.
But still,
I'm saying
Steph had to go.
making it happen.
Steph had to go over there because he was eating Vaseline on camera and wilding. So he needed to have a whole nother start. Let's be real. He took his start and he made.
He made history over there.
He did his thing over there. I'm not
sure.
knocking for that.
$2 billion
But
for
it's
1 year
Stephon-
after he's done, and he could bring his son. That's the deal.
I don't have to do it. Everybody's talking from a broke nigga standpoint
about
of
being
niggas
broke.
need money. He can make that money over here and not work. He don't need to do that. That's what I'm saying. Why am I, if I'm gonna do all that, nigga, I'll stay around longer and just play in the league and let Bronny play on one of these teams. That's what I'll do. Cause they giving niggas $60 million a year over here, and I don't want to go be in cahoots with this murderer across seas. Like, come on, they talking smack. But if it was really about Draymond, you go to Saudi Arabia and play, you might not make it home.
Back. Yeah.
He don't gotta let you out the country. They're not gonna start a war for you, Draymond, cause you're black. Come
Lenny,
on.
When dudes' dreams don't happen, what's another revenue source in basketball? How does a guy become Worldwide West?
I mean, you gotta be smart. You gotta know, you gotta know the game. You know what I mean? You gotta also have something else to fall back on. You know what I mean? I didn't have that. You know what I mean? I didn't know another route. I just thought it was gonna always be basketball.
But to be fair, you were nice. So,
But
Number one
but
player in the
those-
country.
Yeah, like,
but it didn't
so-
happen.
crazy circumstances put you in
Like you said, to become a Worldwide West, I mean, you build those relationships while all of these things is going on that can put you in position to get a job, or not even a job, a career in the league. You know what I mean? You got, look at the Sham Gods. Look at you got Sham God giving guys jobs with the Mavericks, Jason Wingate and all of them from the same hood. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's about building relationships, man, and staying committed and loyal to guys that you really fuck with. You know what I mean? And it's an opportunity there.
Man, who was the intelligent, smart man who gave you the idea about going into AAU basketball?
My man Esau.
Who was that smart guy that told you to go into AAU basketball?
You did, man, and that's what I'm pushing for, man. You be pushing that, Paul. You be pushing that on me like crazy. Like, that's my next goal, to start with somebody and then hopefully build up to my own Lenny Cooke team.
You have to. You go coach with somebody and y'all win some games.
Yeah.
You win some games. You put some business behind it. Do your fundraising. Get your shout outs. Now you can use your name. Like I told you, you rock with Steven Jackson already. You rock with AI already. You rock with Melo. You rock with Bron already. So the biggest thing is, like you said, keeping your relationships tight and bringing these people to your camp, exposing them to your kids.
Yeah.
Take time and you build your thing. When you do your fundraising, that's the thing about ball players that I always want to say, not even ball players, creators. We have to understand that in order to keep our shit going, we have to make money. It's not just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't make no money, just bottom line, you can't pay your
Survive.
tolls, you can't hire a cameraman, you can't do nothing if you don't have the money. So in putting the business side behind the AAU basketball and fundraising is important. Yeah. Smart was just here setting up your unit, which he told us is very important too. You might have to have somebody, a woman, a man that can raise money for you. So you don't have to go out and you don't have to do that. You want to be able to stick to coaching. You want to make sure your assistant coaches can pick up slack for you. But in all the realm of what you got going on, all your peoples that you rocking with, you have to set up some type of deck, like we got to set up one, in order to fundraise and keep your shit going, because that's how you're going to be able to win games. Getting seen in the right tournaments, going to the right places, beating the right teams.
For sure.
What's your plan for getting players?
I mean, I can get the players, you know what I mean? And it ain't about stealing players, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like nowadays, everybody want to be that guy that say, yo, that's my kid. You know what I mean? I want to build from ground up, you know what I mean? I don't want to go pick and choose from the kids that's already out there. Go ahead.
No, go.
But it's like, I want to start like my grassroots team. When I have my own team, I want to have them from youth on up. You know what I'm saying?
That stealing thing, though, that is, because it just triggered something. Your brother-in-law, think about how many people that was trying to take him away from you.
No, I mean, it
Yeah,
happens.
you know,
It happened because it happened
yeah.
to me. Like, I played with every team in New York City. I played with Riverside. I played with the Chos. I played with the Panthers. And that's because everybody wanted a piece, you know what I mean, of me
But you
being
know what
on
that
the
comes
team.
with.
And whoever came with the most at that time, that's who I was going to play with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's like, people got these kids so locked in. It's like, yo,
Because
that's my kid. He's not playing with nobody else. But I think that's like selfish. You know what I mean?
It
Because
is.
you may be in this tournament this week, and this team might be over here playing next week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kid should be able to play wherever he want to play
Get the
at.
most exposure,
exposure.
especially right now where high school kids can really get
The
money.
NIL.
Money. Yeah, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
the thing. Before you had to wait, 20 years? Or Jalen Brown's 26 now. He just got $300 million. Now these kids can get their NIL deals at 16,
Yeah, they get
17.
them in high school. You
So
know what I mean?
if
14.
The DeJuan Wagners and all of these kids, they getting these deals now, right now.
So you could get a quicker flip on this kid than you can for a house.
Yes.
So of course they're gonna be selfish. Because if you got 3 dudes that are gonna each potentially make $500 million.
Yeah.
Fuck, you don't even gotta say half a billion. It could be 20 million.
$20 million.
3 kids,
Then I want
7
in.
million.
Nah,
I'm gonna be your friend. I'm like, yo, S, get this kid right here. We
But you
trying to
need
line
money.
up.
But you also still need money to invest in that
Invest
kid.
in that kid. Yeah, that's
because
a
that
fact.
kid is gonna have to eat along the way.
That's a
That
fact.
kid gotta stay fresh along the way.
All
He
of
gotta
it.
get back and forth to school comfortably. He gotta get home after practice. You know what I'm
That-
saying?
it's
He's
definitely- it's
traveling.
definitely an
He's
investment.
he's a young rapper.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And you gotta babysit him, and because that's your pot. But like you understand with these kids, you gotta understand their frontal lobe is not developed even
Yeah,
at that age.
at the age.
So you don't know where they're gonna go. And the flip side of it, you can't legally sign them to a contract until they're 18.
Until they're 18.
Technically, if you want to manage them,
Yeah.
if you want to pay them, I can do a deal. But they can say, nah, this person's not managing, and all different type of shit, which puts a haze over the decision making. Because if the parents don't know the game,
Yeah.
and a lot of parents are trying to jump into it now, and they don't know what's up, and they fucking a lot of these kids up from even
sure.
going to the next level. Because you think it's $7 million, now, we gonna get $7 million, we good. Inflation is here.
Yep.
Everything costs more. That $7 million is getting taxed. It's going down to $3.5 million. Then you got to pay your manager another $700,000. Now you at
Done.
$2.8 million. You want to help your family buy something. Now you at $2 million, and you ain't even start tricking yet.
Nothing.
You ain't even start tricking yet. You
And then
ain't
people,
done
like,
nothing
these
yet.
kids don't even understand, like, even when in the NBA, like, whatever city you playing in that night, you still got to pay taxes there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit.
I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
That was because of the Lakers. It started with the Lakers.
Hell yeah.
Really?
That shit's
Yeah.
crazy.
So if you play in
You fly to
New York,
right?
you gotta
play
pay
New
the
York
tax.
taxes.
New York
Miami,
taxes.
and
Then
then-
when
I
you
didn't know
leave,
that.
you gotta go-
How the fuck they do that like that?
Hell yeah.
Huh?
Because I thought you just get paid like if I'm playing for the Mavericks, I thought that if Mark Cuban pays me from the Mavericks and there's no state tax, I thought it comes from
Nah,
Dallas.
they-
You pay for every city you go
in.
to and play in.
Yep. Whatever their laws is. So in LA, if you
That's a
go in
fact.
there, your check's gonna be way lower than it would be in Miami.
If you just a guest playing at the arena.
Play.
Yep. It's something.
I gotta read up on that.
Yeah, it's been like-
no, I believe y'all.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying that sounds bananas.
I'm gonna tell you how I found out about it. The beginning of my documentary, you watch the guest speaker. He was like one of the coaches and shit. He's the one that broke it down to us. Been in the league for a while.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
heard it
found
started
out.
with, don't quote me on it, it started with the Lakers and Magic. There was some type of beef, and then they extended it across the league. I'm paraphrasing a lot of it. That's where it came from.
That's crazy.
Yeah, entertainers tax.
Yes,
Some
that's
shit.
the name
what
of
it's
it.
called.
Yes,
That's what
yes.
it's called.
What's some advice
Hmm?
that the mature Lenny would give to the young Lenny?
Mm. You look
I
like
mean,
you're still active, Lenny. You look like
feel
you're still active.
I am, but it's just like I've grown. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
know the difference now. You know what I'm saying? If I could go back and do all these things all over.
Now, what would you give advice? Like you saw the Charles Barkley commercial when it was the old Charles Barkley and he's talking to the young one.
Yeah.
He's like, well, how many rings am I going to win? He's like, I'm going to let you win. What would you tell the younger
I
you?
mean, I just get your ass in the gym, man. Fuck hanging out and all of that shit. Fuck the girls and all that shit's gonna be there, man. Because at the end of the day, at that time, I didn't know that everywhere I went, somebody was watching. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't putting the work in either. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
It was just pure talent.
I've heard dudes that played with you said that, you know, being in the gym with you was inspirational. Punch told me
when
that.
I mean, when I'm in there, I'm in there. I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? But how often am I in there? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, besides a game, I'm not missing a game, but why I'm not working on my game?
You got
know
pure
what I'm
talent.
What did you feel you was lacking from your game?
Nothing.
That's why he didn't
That's
work.
why I ain't
No,
gonna
he
work
had
out.
the jump shot and
You know what I
everything.
mean?
you had
it was just like,
but he still needed to get better.
It just has. I mean, it's
sharper.
mental. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta stay on top of it. You know what I mean? Pause.
What's it like playing against Melo? Because I heard one dude said, like, people don't understand how physical he is versus playing against Braun. Like, the intricacies more so.
They was two different players, man. Like, Bron was a freak athlete. You know what I mean? He get to it. He's smart. His IQ is crazy for the game even back then when we played. Melo, I just watched Melo develop into the Hall of Famer he is. Like, he worked on his game every day, and he showed it. You know what I mean? From the first time that I played him at ABCD to the second year when I played him at ABCD, you could see the mature in his game. You know what I mean? He showed that he can knock down the mid-range when the year before he showed that he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So he basically showed that he was in the gym and he was getting it done.
Would you think you could still play in the Big Three or?
Nah, I mean, I put my application in for the Big Three a couple years ago, man.
Yeah.
I did. I reached out, and I mean, you know, you put this application in online and then show.
But he ain't even hooping on a regular basis.
Not right now. But back then, like a couple years ago, I did it. You know what I mean?
Did you see the Jason Richardson highlight? Yo, because he's 42, 43. He caught a reverse dunk backwards, and his head was next to the rim.
I mean, he always been
a jumper. But that's staying in. Some of them just stay in ball. Say, if Lenny picked up a freaking basketball and played every day or 5 days out the week from here until next year, he'll be in the Big Three.
He can play in the Big Three.
He can be in the Big Three easily.
I would love to see it, man.
Me too.
I mean that's a route.
Me too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's a route that. Do you think that you could just put your head right back into basketball again, coach the kids, work on your own game?
Something like sacrifice.
I mean, like, yeah, you had to sacrifice some things, but if mentally, if I had that right support system and trainers and the right people that's gonna be like, yo, we're gonna get it done, and you're gonna do at least 1 or 2 years in the Big Three, I would sacrifice a lot of shit to do that.
Because it's half court, so you don't got to run up and down.
Nah, but that's still, yo, that shit ain't easy.
No,
that shit ain't easy.
No.
I don't care, half court, whatever. That shit's not easy.
It's still constant basketball,
for sure.
taking it back, moving.
And mind you got to still understand, these guys are still pros at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So
physical.
You gotta be right.
On our way here, Esso and I had heard Jeff Teague say he would take James Harden over Dwayne Wade. Is he bugging or?
He bugging to me.
Dwayne Wade.
James Harden over Dwayne Wade.
I love Dwayne Wade, but I seen James Harden, man, he don't take no days off, bro. He don't take no days off. They just bashing him right now. You know what I mean? Dwayne Wade put himself in the right positions with right people, with right players. James Harden didn't do that too many times.
How about the first chip with Shaq? Shaq was old.
He took that over.
Shaq couldn't do it the year with Kobe, G. Payton, Karl Malone. They had the bomb squad. They didn't get it done.
I mean, and
Wade did it with Alonzo, G. Payton.
Come on,
Jason Williams.
I can't say one over the other, but like, they games are similar.
Harden got to win. Harden got to win something for me to even classify him on D-Wade.
If Harden had one chip,
then I would talk.
Then I would say this is a great.
And then we could talk because the one finals that he went to, he was coming off the bench. for part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was with KD and Westbrook.
And they were young,
And
22
they were
years.
young. So I mean, he got
I
to
get
do
that
it.
if
He's a
got the
great
chip.
he's a great ball
Basketball player, yeah.
We're not
Point
taking
blank.
nothing. Like, we always fight about shit. This is the thing that bothers me. Niggas be like, oh, who's better, LeBron or Mike? They're both fucking dope.
Yeah.
We're talking about possibly 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
Why is everybody arguing over 1A and 1B? Which
You know what?
bothers
It's so
me.
crazy because like even like I remember before the kid even put a NBA jersey on. You know what I mean?
They was comparing him to Mike.
Stephen A. Smith, like he did an article like this kid is gonna be the next greatest basketball player ever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say he's gonna win 6, 7 rings. He just said he's gonna be the next best
Greatest,
basketball player ever. You know what I mean? So like my thing is like for us as a culture to continue to say, oh, he's better than Mike or Mike's better than Bron. Like they both great and put Kobe in there too.
Kobe,
Yeah, of
They
course.
all great
KOB.
in their era of basketball.
Uh-huh.
Like LeBron's the greatest in his era of basketball. Mike was the greatest in his era of basketball. Kobe was the greatest at. You know
How
what I'm
about this
saying?
though, Lenny? The people that really do these debates, and I'm gonna say this frankly, are the ones that really wanted to be in the league, really played ball and never got a chance, and this is their way of being part. Because people that really played ball are the ones that be like, cut the debate out. You played ball. You played ball. You notice that?
I'll be like,
you notice that, right?
And I'll be like, I don't know why people keep.
I don't get it.
I don't get yo. I be saying that.
Like-
bro, I say the same thing. I'm
Yep.
like, why? Yo,
Yep.
and they go so hard as if
they wanted to
knew
be in the
Mike,
league.
Yeah,
if they knew Bron.
And I've done it. Don't get me wrong. I've done it.
But
I've
you
said
lived it,
one of
so
the
it's
other-
different for
but
you.
at the
I said
same
one other, but I'm talking about the passion
attachment.
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
continuance
Yeah.
of keep saying it. Yo, for all the LeBron fans, yo, Mike would have never missed free throws. For all of the
Yeah.
Mike fans, LeBron was doing something. Yo, chill out. Let Mike be Mike.
Mike, yeah.
And then the last thing that bothers me, because I know we got to move on, is half these people didn't even see Mike play.
Exactly.
That's the thing that bothers me.
Yeah.
It's like the Nicki Minaj, the Little Kim thing. You weren't there for Kim, okay?
Yeah.
If you're 30 years old right now, you weren't
You weren't
there
there.
for Kim.
No way.
You didn't see Kim's shit, so you can't judge. So if you only seen Nicki, then you're gonna go by the numbers and what you see as Nicki. Why would they be pumping Little Kim? Like, why would they be pumping Jordan as much as they're pumping LeBron? The fact that you still see Jordan as much lets you know how dope
Dope
this
he
nigga
was.
was.
I mean, Michael Jordan is the equivalent of Babe Ruth. No matter what, Babe Ruth was done almost 100 years ago. These white people ain't letting it go. His name, he's that.
But you know what they don't do no more? They don't be ranking Babe Ruth top 5 no more.
Yeah.
That's the thing that niggas see. It's quiet. See, when they was ranking them, you was like, Babe Ruth. But now there's other niggas like my man that plays in fucking for the Dodgers. What's the black dude that came from Boston and played for the Dodgers? I can't remember his name. You got black dudes just fucking hitting 40 home runs, stealing 90 bases now. So it's like, yo, like we can't talk about him. You got to talk about Ken Griffey Jr. and them niggas now. You know what I'm saying? But you still talking about Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mike, if you think about it, Mike's was done with basketball 20 years ago. So we got an age range of people, let's say from 18 to 60, that's all colliding. There's gonna be a time that talk is gonna fade. Because remember how you talked about Oscar Robertson and nobody gives a fuck about the Big O. And you like, that nigga was that deal.
Yeah,
and
I
then
do.
to transition, people were like, could the Big O play in today's game?
Hell
we look
yeah.
at Jokic. Jokic has shown, based on how he maneuvers, these dudes that was nice in the 80s, nice in the 70s, a Jerry West with Cook.
But I've been telling this nigga this.
Yeah, but
now, wait, hold on.
I'm gonna tell you here's the problem.
Now that Jokic has done it,
Yeah.
I've been telling these niggas, I said, y'all keep thinking it, because these niggas be running and jumping out the gym, right? I said, my little brother-in-law, I was taking him to all the shit. He was getting big time letters and all types of shit. When I went to the first little shit that they had, I called it, pause, the meat market, pause. Because they have kids just running drills, coaches around. It was not no real playing.
Yeah.
It was practicing up and down. And the number one thing that these kids don't have is basketball IQ.
Fact.
The one thing that, and I kept saying this to Heineken, I said, just because they running and jumping don't mean that they're a good
They know
ball
how to
player.
play. Yeah, yeah.
That just means they're athletic.
Yeah.
So now when niggas was saying, oh, this guy couldn't play because these niggas is running and jumping, now that they see Joker not running and jumping,
And getting it done.
now you got to go back and say, maybe Patrick Ewing can play with these niggas.
But here's the twist of it. The reason why that talk came, right? They were saying all these guys couldn't play back in the day. And I'm sitting there like, LeBron couldn't play in the 80s and the 90s?
I never said that.
No. I'm
Hell
not
yeah.
saying you, but you've heard that talk.
Hell yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Am I saying every dude that's in today's league could play in the 80s? No. Fuck no. But there's just certain guys, like Kobe could have played in any generation.
Kobe played when it was thug ball.
Yeah.
He played thug ball first.
And also, like, when they see Steph Curry moving around, they're like, he couldn't get this off. But I'm watching highlights of Mark Price getting it off.
Yo, Steph Curry could have played because nobody was shooting.
Yeah, that far.
See, no, what people don't understand about basketball is this. When we were playing, Lenny could dominate a dude like me because we were in close proximity. And Lenny's playing point guard, two guard, and he's 6'7", okay?
Yeah, easy.
I'm 5'10", and I'm playing point guard. But if I'm back there, Lenny can't fuck with me out there. Because you know why? If he's not as quick as me, he's dead in the water out there. So if he's not coming out there, splash. I can play in any fucking era. Because you can't touch me.
And also the evolution of certain dudes. They was talking to Isaiah Thomas about the crossover. He said, me and Tim, our crossover was meant to go in and go into the lane. He said AI switched it
to the jump shot.
And go outside. And then he took his shot at Jordan. He said, thank God he crossed Jordan and not me. So as I'm looking at certain dudes, there's like Elgin Baylor going through. Dr. J, David Thompson is what birthed Michael Jordan. Jordan saw that and then took it to another level. And Jordan, everybody else is Jordan's kids. All these athletic niggas, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, these is children of Michael Jordan. Let's keep it real. LeBron is
But they call themselves children of Kobe.
Kobe, yeah.
That's what they see.
Kobe,
they don't even know they're Michael Jordan's children.
But where does Kobe get his
but
shit
it doesn't
from?
matter. They don't know that they're Michael Jordan's children. That's the thing about it. They are. Because DeMar DeRozan plays more like Jordan than he does like Kobe.
That's
but
a fact.
he thinks he's Jordan's.
Yeah.
I mean, he thinks he's Kobe's son. Exactly.
But Kobe's shit is all Jordan. He took it to another level.
But these younger, this is what I'm
No,
saying.
I agree with you.
If they didn't see it, right? If they I saw Mike score 15 points in the Garden. Okay,
15.
Live. 15, 1-5. Yes.
Yo, your pops take you to the.
I saw him score 15 points in the Garden.
In person.
And I also saw him score the double nickel in the Garden. Okay? I saw it.
Yes,
I saw
that's different.
LeBron play against J. Kidd in the Meadowlands when Bobby was on the team. I was on the floor watching niggas go nuts. I was watching Steph Curry when Steph Curry was not the nigga when he kept getting hurt.
With the rolling
The nigga
ankle.
I don't speak to no more. Ramon will tell you. The only nigga I told Bobby Simmons, Bobby my man, I said, I'll pay to go see Steph Curry. And niggas was looking at me crazy. When I went to the radio station, I told niggas Jokic was the man 5 years ago.
Niggas
they
was like,
laughed
you
at
fuck.
me.
Yeah, niggas.
This is shit. I'll be like,
I've been rocking with
cause
Joker.
y'all don't, these niggas ain't play the game.
Yeah.
So I'm calling it prior. When I said that Kyrie was that nigga before he won a championship, niggas looking at me like, Kyrie, for real? Yes, he nice. But you
gotta understand also, man, like you a student of the game. So a lot of people, they watch the names on the jersey. And that's it. So for you to break down a player like that, they wouldn't understand it.
And they did it.
You know what I
But
mean?
you know, like Brandon Miller, out of nowhere, Paul George has been a GOAT to a lot of these younger dudes.
Because they didn't see nobody else. This is what you gotta understand. Paulie to me is more like the Scottie Pippen of this time. They didn't see.
Paul George different.
The only thing he does differently from Scottie,
Offense.
he scores more. And Scottie could have scored more, but he had Mike.
He had Mike.
He didn't, so if you put Paulie with Mike, you ain't scoring because Mike got to put up his 35.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So Paulie is like Scottie. Scottie is the first dude to do what he was doing.
Yeah.
6'9", dribble the ball, control the offense, play defense on the best player, grab boards, kick the rock. Nobody was doing that shit.
He was doing everything.
He was doing every little thing on the court.
Effectively, too.
And
Yeah, for
for a
sure.
nigga that was watching it at my young age, this is the scary part. I didn't even realize everything Scotty was doing until after he
the
retired.
fact.
Yeah.
You know when I
yeah.
saw how ill Scotty was? The 2 years when I said Scotty was ill. When Mike left and he almost beat the Knicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when he was out there balling with Portland and Rasheed Wallace and them.
Yep.
When they should have beat the Lakers.
Lenny, who do you enjoy watching?
Man, I just love the game, bro. I watch everybody.
Yeah,
You know
I'm
what
the same
saying?
way, you know.
I watch
but
everybody, man.
It-
And like I take bits and pieces from different people and instill it into my kids. Like if you want to be a point guard, I'm gonna show you how to be a point guard. This is who you study. You want to be a two guard, this is who you study.
Such as?
You know?
I'm about to say,
Yeah.
I mean,
you know who I like? SGA.
I mean, like
SGA
I go back further than this decade, this generation though. Like me, I got like when I talk to my son, yo, you want to be a two? Go back and watch what Kobe was doing for real.
How about point guard?
And his not 24 day.
Eight.
An
The
day.
eight.
You
The
know what I
eight.
mean?
That's the Kobe.
You know what I'm saying?
Number 8 is the Kobe.
Go
right
watch
there.
those guys. Go watch the footwork of a Grant Hill before the injuries.
Oh,
You know
Grant
You know who my
Hill.
favorite point guard is ever? Mark Jackson.
You know
Of
mine?
course he
I
is.
love-
Of
I
course he
love
is.
Who's
Mark
yours?
Jackson.
My favorite point guard of all time, I probably go with Steve Nash.
I'm Jason Kidd.
I'm Mark Jackson, and number 2 is Ross Strickland.
Yeah.
Of course.
Period. There ain't
Yeah,
nobody
I mean,
else
Jason
for
Kidd,
me.
B.
Jason Kidd was different. But
No,
I
Jason
mean,
Kidd was different, but
Steve
your guy
Nash
Steve
and
Nash.
Magic. Yeah.
Oh, Magic's my favorite ball player of all time.
Yeah, I would go-
But he's a different point guard to me because he would be my number 1 point guard to start if I had an all-time
Yeah,
team.
for sure.
But Magic played center, power forward. Magic could do it
He
all.
played it- yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about pure point
For a
guard
point
just
guard,
to
I
play
would
point
probably
guard.
go like I would probably take Steve Nash.
Nash.
I like Nash. Nash was different.
How you feel about all the shit going on with the Dwight Howard shit? They talking about his sexuality.
Yeah, man. I don't get involved in nobody personal shit.
They talking about that he don't take care of his kid. No, I don't get involved neither. But
mean-
he came on way up with Yee
Yeah.
to address it. So I'm like, after all these years, nigga, people been
out the
saying
league.
this.
Yeah. Nah,
Like this ain't no secret. Girls been saying this about him.
Yeah.
He slick got caught with something that was in transition.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
say this. I
you gotta
remember
deal with
I remember I had a courtside tickets to a Nets game, and this is when Dwight was on the Hawks. And we got there early. And he just plays around. I think sometimes he plays around so much that it comes off wrong. So he's getting rebounds, and he just sat on the bench next to us, just kicking it and cracking jokes. And then I was with another person, and now when I look back at it, I'm like,
But they had him on tape on the sideline, like on the bench, like rubbing the nigga leg.
Yeah, like
he
I
do
mean,
wild.
but-
That's why
but-
now I had to
It be
look back.
wild stuff going on though, bro.
That shit is weird.
It be
Like, they-
weird.
It's a
It
lot
be
of weird.
weird
It's a lot of
stuff
weird
going
niggas.
on.
I mean,
It's
is
a
it
lot of
crazier than the
niggas.
Jalen Green thing?
Yeah, no, the
That
Jalen
Oh.
Green thing is crazier.
When they was humping each
Yeah,
other.
yo, bro,
they-
and he's
come
still on the
bro.
team.
Like,
I don't get it. But what I will say is,
shit is.
I don't get it.
But this shit is getting out of control.
it's getting out of
man.
control.
Nah, for sure.
But do you think? And I'm gonna keep it really real because we talk about money, and I'm bringing it full circle. I think when all that stuff was coming out about Dwight, it kind of fucked his whole money up and everything.
Well, I mean,
Because
yeah.
silently ball players, they looking at you funny in that locker room. Am I lying?
Yeah, that's a fact. But some of them looking at him the right way too. Because there's a lot of that shit going on in the league, man, and it shouldn't be.
See?
It's crazy.
I was about to say, are you on that time?
Yeah, like this shit is getting out of control, bro. Like
It's really
and-
like crazy like that?
look at the world we living in, bro. Like this shit is in everything now.
That
So
Jalen Green.
So hold on, you thinking teammates in the league might be boyfriend and boyfriends?
Man, I ain't no
Jalen Green
fucking
was
telling.
humping Josh Christopher.
Yeah.
They got rid of Josh Christopher. We getting rid of your boyfriend.
Yeah, like
If
this
you
shit
want
is
to
getting
stay
out-
here and play ball, we getting rid of your boyfriend. And you're going to go over there and you're going to Fred Van Vliet's house to work out because we know he's straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, That's what we
like
doing.
y'all didn't see what was his name that he was sitting on the sideline watching the summer league dressed like a fucking drag queen and all of that.
Yeah, I heard about.
Fuck, like
I
I forgot his name, man.
Yeah.
Like this shit is getting crazy.
A ball
bro.
player was just like a
Man,
drag
this
queen.
nigga look like a whole bougie bitch on the sideline. Like,
I don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
but I mean, but they recognize it like
and they allowing this shit.
because Jalen Green scored 20. because
Like,
yo,
this shit ain't right.
we was
not
watching
right about
Sports
this
Center.
shit.
We was watching Sports Center, and I was like, damn. I said, damn. Jalen Green still on the team. And you know what flashed under that? Jalen Green scored 22.7 points a game last year. I called Heineken. I said, this nigga was scoring 23 a game in the league.
Yup.
I ain't know. I said, that's why he's sticking around. Because to them, it ain't about gay or straight. It's about money. And yo, if you're gay, just keep your stuff under wraps from here on in,
I mean,
bro.
you know, remember when they said all of that shit about Pippen back then, when he was with Portland? You know what I mean?
What they say
They
about
was
Pippen? I
saying he
never
was
heard it.
gay back in the day.
Oh, I
mean?
forgot about that.
I mean, he said he was fucking with Urkel back in the day and all that shit. You know what I mean?
The only thing I heard was, you know, how Madonna bigged him up because he was rocking Madonna off, and Jordan tried to like take her, and she was like, "Nah, that nigga laying it down."
Madonna rocked off everybody. Dennis Rodman, she was picking niggas up off the street in a limo and rocking niggas on, please. Madonna, I hope you're doing well. I heard that you was a little sick or something, so we just shouting you out. We appreciate how you spreaded the box around. You're a real nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She ain't greedy, yo. Get to the needy.
So, with your AAU team, do you got a name for it?
Nah, not yet.
You gotta develop a name. That's gonna be your brand fucking market,
not
my
yet.
dude.
Not yet. Know what I mean? But I mean, Team Cook. That's what you know what I'm saying?
Well,
I like that name.
Well, if you need an assistant coach, call me. Don't call Clue.
Oh, speaking of which, talk about there's only 5 of these in existence, and y'all 2 got half of them.
I don't got one.
Yes, you do.
It's crazy.
I saw.
I don't got no more.
No more?
Nigga, I'm gonna tell the real story about it.
Yeah.
Clue had given it to me, right? And then other people that was down with Desert Storm for years, niggas who held them down, pulled the ratchets out and all that, was like, yo, how he get one? Oh, how he get it? So niggas got jealous, so Clue came to me, he's like, yo, so-and-so, you know, I don't care for her, take it back. I got my own jewelry and shit. So then Clue was supposed to give it back to me after I started busting moves and and my shit blowing up, Paul, you know what I'm saying? And then he couldn't find it. Then when he found it, he texted me, says, I found it, so I thought he was giving it back to me, and then next thing you know, he's wearing it. That's a true story.
Because when Ghost,
He texted me and everything.
Yeah, I got
he
it.
texted me.
I got it.
found it. I said, yo, shit. I said, yo, I guess I'm going to go get my shit. I'm about to go to Atlanta. He was like, I said, I'm about to go to Atlanta. I called him. I said, when can I go get the chain? He's like, what chain? I said, what you mean? You ain't. He's like, chain? He's like, I'm wearing this. I said,
because one of the
why
things
the fuck he text me then?
I remember you said there's only a handful of these. So when we went to Lenny at the Hove exhibit, and I was like, it's only 4 or 5. He's like, yup.
Really, to Clue's credit, he asked me if I wanted that one a long time ago. And I was like, that shit's too big. Like, it only works when the niggas fix up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit too big. Like, I don't want no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's a blessing for me to wear this shit every day.
But do you have regrets from the decisions that you made in the past? Do you ever wake up and be like, yo, I shouldn't be here. I should be in a $10 million mansion somewhere?
I don't have no regrets. Zero, because I didn't expect none of this shit.
From the
But
beginning.
if I could do anything different, I would do a lot of shit different. But I don't have no regrets. I blew the bag. I done traveled the world. I done had all kind of bitches. I done lived my life. You know what I mean?
14 kids, nigga.
Yeah.
So we know that. Really?
I
Nigga got 14 kids like fucking Dr. Dre.
Yeah, you stupid.
Hold on.
He has 1 or 2 kids a year. What
Yeah,
you talking about?
Hold on, you got more kids than shit.
Crazy.
He has 1 or 2 kids a year since the past 5 years, bro. What you talking
Because
about?
I didn't think anybody had more kids than Sean Kemp.
No, I don't.
Sean Kemp got a lot of
How many
kids.
kids you got?
Like 10.
Yeah, that's a nigga.
Who do y'all know that got 10 kids, bro?
Kemp, Larry Johnson, they got a lot of kids.
Dr. Dre had 20 and 1 died, so he got 19.
When?
Bro, y'all ain't know Dr. Dre got 19 kids?
Ghost, you knew that? That's a lot of
Dr. Dre,
motherfuckers.
he had 20 kids and one died. He got 19 kids,
got a
bro.
lot of kids, too.
Yes.
Nah, man, I
Yes.
love my children, bro. Like,
You put a lot of love out there. You got love them motherfuckers.
Which one you think got the potential to make the league, man?
all of them if they put the work in, you know what I'm saying? Like my daughter, she playing, she love it. My oldest son, he's still trying to get it right, you know what I mean? My twins, my 5-year-old, he's crazy. He's crazy with the ball, you know what I mean? But yeah, like as long as they want to play, I'm gonna support them 1,000%. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure they know the rights and wrongs in this shit too.
I think the right move would be for your daughter, NIL, and once all she has to do is start scraping bitches and make them fall, and niggas gonna be like, I like this
My
chick.
daughter, she is heavy right now. AAU, you know what I mean? She playing Virginia. They just lost in the championship in Atlanta last week. But nah, she love it. You know what I'm saying? And she going hard with it.
What you think the right move for DeJuan Wagner Jr. would be? Because I know you close with them.
Nah, I feel like being that he's getting his money already through the NIL deals and all of that, he should stick around in school, but he's not going to do it because his stock is going to be so high. He's already dominating the game right now in college already, like when he playing in these games and shit. So, I mean, Big Wani, he ain't gonna let him stick around too much because he don't want his stock to drop for one. You know what I mean?
What's his true position?
He played the one.
You think he's
He's
gonna play the one in the league?
He's a legit one.
How tall is he?
Like 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, he's 6'1",
Like his
6'2".
dad's height.
So he hop out the gym. But I seen this motherfucker jumping crazy. I thought he was
He
like
got
6'4",
game,
6'5".
bro. And then he's poised. Like, Wani, you know how much I love you, bro, but like he's poised. He controlled the game better than everybody I've seen in high school these last couple of years. And his IQ for the game is crazy.
I mean, think about it.
You know what I mean? But it's a lot of kids like that. You know what I mean? He playing with Aaron Bradshaw. He's one and done.
Aaron Bradshaw.
Yeah, he's a one and done.
He's out of here too.
These guys.
What happened to Mikey?
Mikey fucked himself. You know
what happened
I mean?
to Mikey?
Mikey fucked himself, man. And
Was
trying
it
to be
because
a
he
tough
left
guy.
Cali and went to North Carolina?
No, I just feel like him pulling that gun out on somebody and shooting fucked him up. Like he had the first NIL deal ever.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like who is your mentor? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys got to learn how to base themselves around the right people. You know what I mean? That want the best for them and not to go out there and fuck up because you're who you are.
But ain't it hard though, Len? Because you struggle with that because they young.
And nobody was telling
decision.
Yo, Lenny, who was telling you?
I get it if you don't have.
But if you had an NIL
If I had
deal
an NIL
and you caught $4 million, who the fuck telling you something?
Ain't nobody, you ain't got to worry about me pulling out no motherfucking gun either because I got the niggas that's behind me that's going to do it.
But Lenny, here's the thing. We watched you in high school be at the Garden, be in the nightclubs, rappers rocking with you. We know there's yes dudes around you. Who was around you to tell you no?
Nobody.
See?
It's the same thing, and you ain't have $4 million.
It's
You
not.
had $4 million.
See?
And no, we're not talking about.
You can't tell. You
Pulling
can't.
out the ratchet is one example.
Yeah.
But
That's what costing though.
But there's but there's other things that cost you that didn't involve pulling out a ratchet. You see what I'm saying? So it's already, what he did was wow, but what you did, niggas would have considered wow too because niggas would say, because niggas was walking around like Lenny Cooke has the entire world in his fucking hands. And you didn't have the $4 million.
But also look at the simple fact that when you see Mikey, you see everybody around him talking about we're his support system, we're backing him, he's gonna be fine, and he's this, he's that. When you seen Lenny, you just seen Lenny and fucking doing what he want to do. It's a difference. Nobody's telling me, yo, this is the right thing, this is the wrong thing. But people that's around him is like, yo, we got this circle that can't be broken. You get what I'm saying? So it is a difference.
Got you. Talking about sheer support system.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
So it plays a factor, bro.
Crazy. But he's in college now. I mean, he still made it to college.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine, but I just
his ranking is down. They're not talking about he's going to have the rough road to the league.
For sure.
That's what he got to do. So now he got to sit and prove himself. He got to play good
this year in college.
And then he still might not get drafted. He might go second round, you know what I'm saying? And then he's gonna have to prove himself and be like, yo, are you gonna be able to stay calm and fight your way through and play with ball players who you're much better than and work on your game? Because they're gonna be wanting to work on his mind more than his game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because look at all these other ball players that be bugging.
And don't get me wrong, I don't take nothing away from his game, but I don't even put him in that top category with the guys that they had him ranked above anyway, because he was just more athletic. He wasn't a better basketball player than those guys. You know what I mean? I seen Wani destroy him. Bronny bust his ass. Like, those kids, they had him ranked way above.
No, he was number one.
You know what I'm saying? So
He was number one.
He was just more athletic to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, he had game, but he wasn't better than these kids when it comes to an all-around basketball player.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Look, live on Bagfuel, man.
Yo, is there anything that you want to tell the people about yourself that they don't know, or where you're going, something that you want to promote?
I just want to let the world know, man, I'm a different person, man. I'm more mature now. I'm looking forward to bigger things. I'm hoping to get my book done, you know what I mean? A couple people reached out from Cali about doing this 8-series, mini-series story. I'm just trying to do right, man, this time, this second go round, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna make sure that the people know that you can still make it after your mistakes, man. And I use my acronym as DREAMS, do right even after minor setback.
I like
You know
that.
what I'm saying? So we
You
got a
just
lot
was with
coming.
Jay Will too, right?
Yeah, this morning I did Jason Williams' show on
Crazy.
ESPN, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, it's everything's coming in fruition, you know what I mean? Even after all my depression and all of that shit, I was in a circle. You can bounce back from it, man. There's a lot of stories like Lenny Cooke's, man, but you gotta just get out your shell and share them.
I mean, you sat down with Jay Will. He's another dude that could understand what you went through.
For sure.
He was car accident,
The motorcycle.
the motorcycle
yeah.
accident, messed his leg up. He never came back after that.
Nope. And like he said this morning, like, he still took another route because luckily he got his degree in college and now he's doing broadcasting and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's why I say you gotta have something to fall back on.
Look at my man Shaw. Shaw scored the game-winning basket to send niggas to the final. He broke his ankle.
Broke his ankle, yup.
Never was right since then. Tried to go around, and he started coaching. And look what happened with him. You know what I'm saying? He coached. He started his way up small, yo. Worked his way up from one college, worked his way back to his own college, and was assistant coach there. Then went to St. Peter's head coach, and now he's back at Seton Hall as their head coach.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going.
Keep going, man.
And he was the #1 ball player too. You know what I'm saying? So rankings can't keep you from getting hurt. Car crashes, motorcycle accidents. People still got to go through real life to make it.
Oh yeah.
What rapper you think, man, could really give buckets?
Rapper.
Or entertainer?
Rapper.
The entertainer he said before was Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, I remember.
Yeah, that's Chris Brown. He with all of that. He wanna, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Straight ball player.
So beat Gilly.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, see?
I believe that.
Come on, dog.
I'm waiting to see my bro Clue and Gilly matchup.
Yeah,
that's the one I want to see.
Yo, who got a better jump shot?
They don't want to.
Gilly or
Clue?
Clue got a better jump shot?
Clue got a
It's
better
no reason
jump
for
shot.
nobody to play me because they gonna make my name bigger. I keep trying to tell you, when Gilly was challenging niggas for 10,000, I went right on his page and said, Clue, you think you can beat me? And I was playing ball then. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing ball now, so I can't beat Gilly right now, but you give me a couple, 2-3 months to start shooting the rock up, it's problems out here in the
It's what
streets.
people don't know. Gilly plays.
Nah, he play a lot.
He plays a lot. He plays like Clue.
He play like Clue. Yeah,
Clue
for real,
plays
he
a
do.
lot. Them niggas,
That nigga play every single day.
that's the cheat code. They in basketball shape. So you want to fuck around with Gilly all you want. He can do this all day. You gonna be like, when you gonna go to the bucket? When you tired, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All buckets all day.
Them niggas play.
One thing about Clue, you'll never see him dribble. He'll just take a little setup. Boop.
Yeah, nah, he want to shoot. That's all he want to do is shoot.
He don't want to do
going to
nothing
the
else.
bucket. Gilly's in phenomenal shape.
Does he
though.
pass the ball?
Only if he has to.
Yeah, I was about to say.
If he can't get the shot
If
out.
you pass the ball,
No, I'm
gotta
a
be
pass
in trouble.
first. I'm a pass first dude. Clue,
Yeah, he gonna shoot that
All right, hold
motherfucker.
on, take it. And then he coming. Let me get it back.
That's my guy.
That's a fact.
North side
That's a fact.
shooter, yo.
Shout to Minaj, shout to
I'm about
Minaj.
say, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Cause like for real, man, I wouldn't be the person I'm becoming now if it weren't for Big Bro.
Yeah. He don't get the credit
Yeah, he don't.
that he does.
And he don't like it. Like we was talking that day when we was at dinner.
When I cracked the joke, I say, I'll just call Clue sometime and be
Just,
like,
I love you, bro.
I'll be like, yo, Clue, you know I love you, right? He'll be like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yo, is everything all right, man?
Yeah.
Everything is fine,
To be
bro.
fair,
Uh-uh.
I'm like that too, man. I understand his personality with certain things.
He's just different,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I understand it. If
I
you
think-
did that, I'd be like, yo, you good?
I think he's that way because it keeps people away from him.
Yeah.
If you know he's really a cool person, people start to try to take advantage of
Yeah,
him.
Yeah,
for
that's-
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So he just keeps his distance. He fuck with who he fuck with. If you appreciate what he do, and niggas can say whatever, but I know this. If you really want to get something from DJ Clue, you just got to spend time with him. Go where he go.
Very extra on the court though. Like he wear a headband, 2 wristbands.
Nah, but he used to. He used to wear the headband.
He don't do none of that no more. He just wears his cap.
Yeah, his cap.
Y'all niggas is-
Acting like this nigga's the super. Remember the super?
yeah, he used to wear all of that shit. Hell yeah.
But that was the style back then.
Back in the day.
Melo was wearing the wristband, wiping the sweat. Niggas follow what the pros do. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yo, this James Harden and Dwayne Wade shit is trending.
I told you. As soon as I saw it, I was like, but I'm still not taking Harden over Wade.
Neither am I.
You know what I'm saying? And we could debate about basketball all day.
let's rock
but
that.
I just want to say, Len, thank you for coming out.
Appreciate it, man.
We definitely wanted to do something different compared to everybody else trying to ask about the stories and all that. I feel like right now you got so much knowledge about basketball that when people have you on their show, they should be talking about sports and not your life and the past. We
How about
get
this?
it. Let's
They
move
should-
forward.
They should treat him the same way as if we were interviewing Stephen A. Smith.
Exactly.
Yes.
Just ask him about sports. Like,
The business.
the business of sports and things of that nature because your basketball IQ is high. So when you're going on these shows, it's just like people that do these shows and they get head coaching jobs later because they telling people what's going on and what they can see. Think about the Tony Romo effect, right? And I'm gonna leave it at this. Tony Romo, when you watch him do a telecast,
Amazing.
he's telling you what's going to
on
happen
happen
before
before. Yeah,
it
yeah.
happens. He's like, oh, he's in a 2 deep set.
Yeah.
They got the door so under. The only place he can go to the ball is to the flat. And the nigga comes out and goes right to the
Yo,
flat.
you know who else is good at that and don't get his credit in basketball? Tim Legler.
Tim Legler's good. Who's you gonna say? And you know who else? Troy Aikman.
Aikman, yeah.
Oh,
Troy
Aikman.
Aikman is the birth child of telling niggas what's gonna happen
Yeah.
before it happens. So those guys, you can't even give them enough money to be a head coach because they get
Romo's
10, 15 million just to do Sundays.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you go on, my point is, if you go on these shows like you're doing with us, and instead of them harping on what the negative could be and where you're going, just let them see what you know about sports.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a level up. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And a way to get your paper and a way to get your team.
Yeah.
'Cause
Everything.
once they understand that you know about sports and you know the P's and Q's and everything, why would we not invest into you? We need people that can teach these kids.
And
what's
he
really
played
going
against it. And everyone vouches for you. LeBron has vouched for you. Melo has vouched for you. All these dudes have vouched for you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, Lenny's that deal. They can't deny you.
Give him a
if they're
shot.
gonna let Kendrick Perkins talk, they can let Lenny Cook
on.
talk.
Kevin Perkins got rings. Stop
yeah,
trying
he
to
do, he
understand
do,
that.
he
He has
do.
a career.
He do.
Yo, wait. I'm tired of people getting on Big Perk. I fuck with Because Big Perk won when he first started. He didn't sound that good. He's worked.
Oh, he's
gotten
worked up.
better.
He got
He's
way
wild
better.
funny.
Yeah,
he's wild funny, and he knows his
He knows the
shit.
game. Yeah, he
He's
definitely
just
knows
a
the game.
country dude, and they just getting on Big Perk. Well,
I
how did Big
fuck
Perk
with
survive?
Perk on there.
Big Perk got rings, and he's played with legends. And guess what, y'all? He went straight to the league. He didn't go to college.
He didn't go to college.
All right? So Big Perk was a force. Don't get it fucked
Yeah,
up.
no, for sure.
Shout out to Kendrick Perkins.
Have
You
you
need to
done the
come
nu-
on Bagfuel.
Have you done the Knuckleheads podcast?
Nah. I
would
reached out
be-
to D Miles and Quentin Richardson.
Q
you know what I
Rich.
mean? Yeah, they're my guys. I got
You
a
need to
couple
do
more
stack. You
coming
need to
up.
do stack 5.
Yeah, I'm about to do all the smoke.
Ooh, that's
Envy
good.
Green had me on the Breakfast Club. It's a.
He did Cam
I
shit.
did. I
shit.
did.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did. It is what it
He did
is.
Cam shit.
I'm just. You know what I mean, just networking, man. Like I said, it's.
But you don't drop none of them clips on your page.
Yeah,
I ain't seen no
do.
clips from Cam shit.
I saw a couple.
I do.
You
I do.
did?
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw a couple.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe they ain't showing me your page. Maybe not. No, you know how the gram do. They show you who they want you to see. Although you're friends, you follow each other. I'm not gonna show him his fucking video. It doesn't matter.
But I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having
I
me.
think,
yeah,
I think that you really on the right path right now, my.
I know you're working because I see you in the random places. It was, and you're never around. We was at a pool party. I'm not gonna say where. At the museum.
When we pulled up to the Mariah Lynn, I didn't know he was gonna be there.
Yeah, he walked out.
I didn't know that motherfucker's gonna be. He's like, I'm here with Mariah Lynn. I'm like, what are you talking about, Lenny?
I just be networking,
You
man.
outside, man.
Networking, man.
No, you outside like a Brooklyn.
You just was with Drizzy and them last night. You went to the Steph Curry joint with Clue. Nobody called me for the Steph Curry joint. I had to look on the gram. Oh, these niggas was there with Steph Curry the other night. Niggas ain't called me, but it's fine. It's fine. But yo, I wish you the best, Lynn. Follow him on the gram. Tell him what your gram is.
I am Lenny Cooke on Instagram, man. Lenny Cooke on Facebook. That's all the social media I do. But I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me, man, because it's been a blessing these last couple of months. You know what I mean? Especially my lady that be holding me down. She be knowing that I'm outside all the time, but she know I'm working when I'm outside. You know what I mean? My kids. Shout out to everybody in Atlantic City and Virginia, man.
All 10 of y'all. All 10 of y'all.
I mean,
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Cook.
The Cooks.
The Cook clan.
For sure.
The Cook clan. And we out, y'all. Bang.